Jasmyne and Vince.
The JasVynce Show.
The JasVynce.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The JasVynce Show.
I'm Jazz.
And I'm Vince, and we're here to talk about Married at First Sight, Season 15 in San Diego, Episode 8. Episode 8. It's called Party Ways. 5 newlywed couples settle into their lives in San Diego and prep to be reunited with friends and family for the first time since their weddings. They plan their first housewarming parties together, grievances are aired, and the advice is shared. At least there's some advice being shared. Thank you to all of our kind subscribers. Make sure you're liking and commenting. Let us know how you feel about the video. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it.
No Eboni's version?
No, basically, their friends come over and it go down. That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened. Friends show up, it go down. That's what's happening. All right. First couple I have is the wonderful, luxurious,
twins,
beautiful twins, baby, twins. And shout out to Keisha on the after party saying, "Yo, y'all definitely, you know what I'm saying? When y'all have some babies, they gonna be twins too, because
y'all look alike.
Y'all look alike, straight up." Anything about Stasha and Nate? He doesn't go to therapy apparently, and he probably needs to.
He definitely needs to.
Like, I don't know how many people is it? 8 people, 5 couples, so 10 people.
Yes.
Right. I would say he's in the top 5 of people that need to be in therapy. Well, huh?
He not beating Justin.
Wow. We'll talk about that more then. He definitely's got some stuff going on in his life. I'm glad that he seems like he's open to it. And I also appreciate that his friends was riding when they came over to chat for the housewarming.
What was his friends riding for?
He was like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, give him some time, man. Like, I bet he didn't say he wasn't gonna do therapy though. I bet he didn't say that." Just checking.
They kept bringing up his everything went back to his mom not being there, and I'm like, that is literally a red flag. You need to work through something before you get married. If that plays into everything, he's kind of like not opening up. Oh yeah, we got to give him time because his mom wasn't there, and I'm like, everything should not go back to the fact that your mom wasn't there about you. Hey, that's my opinion.
Hey,
I feel like his boys was asking for a lot out of her, in my opinion. But
what was it? What was the lot that they were asking?
For extra patience, for extra understanding. Like, this is how I feel. If you don't ask me directly for that, your friend shouldn't be saying that.
But I feel like
she was talking about him not opening up about stuff.
You don't always know exactly what you need, but your friends from the outside have been able to see that.
Yeah, but they were even talking about her saying she wants to have kids sooner than later, and they were like, "Oh, you got to give him time because his mom wasn't there, so he don't know what kind of mom you're gonna be." And I'm like, I shouldn't be punished because you got mommy issues. That's my personal opinion.
But his mom wasn't there, so
But his mom wasn't there, but she's not his mom.
I get that.
She's a grown woman that makes 3 times what he makes, and that can support a child and wants to be a mother. Shut up or put up.
Excuse me. I did enjoy their afros again. I thought it was a nice little...
They had the best concept, because these concepts was horrible.
I think they did. Concepts were kind of trash this year. Jazz, one of the first things she asked me, as we see later on, people's costumes that they decided, would you do a costume party in the house? I'm like, that's a little bit goofy. I do a lot of goofy things, but you know what I'm saying? But definitely not one of those apartments. If we had a little mansion or something like that, maybe we could see something else.
What kind of costume party are you doing? Give me a good idea.
Not in front of not in front of subscribers. You know what I'm saying?
No, tell me something interesting.
Probably I'll just go with Day of the Dead because you love. What was the movie Coco?
Yes, it was a good movie.
Because you're not trying to dress up like Dragon Ball Z characters.
Absolutely not.
What's another thing like like 90s. Everybody does 90s. It happened. Anywho,
I would do 2000s. So we could wear our low-rise jeans with our little thong showing.
I will not be wearing that. I'd probably be wearing the flashy suits.
You'll be wearing the leather suit that matches, like the red, like pleather suit that's baggy, like the boy bands used to wear.
I was thinking Diddy and Mace. You giving me...
That's the same thing.
I don't know exactly.
It's very similar.
All right, back to Stasha and Nate, y'all. How did we get into this conversation? All right,
Stasha is growing on me. Stasha. She's growing on me. I thought that they made it seem like she was going to be super stuck up and all this stuff. And she just seemed like a good friend. She's supportive of everybody. She's sending everybody positive vibes. And she's also giving Alexis the real information. Like, be patient with that man.
Yeah,
like,
I appreciate
don't be
it.
dipping. You gotta, sometimes, like, you may think that you're asking a question, but he's never even thought about that question. So he's not withholding information necessarily.
Oh,
He just has never really thought about it. You know?
I appreciate you giving that advice to the women out there too.
I didn't give the advice. That's what she said.
I know, but that's real. Like a lot of, you know what I'm saying, y'all be having so much stuff going on in your mind sometimes.
We're forward thinking.
We don't even be thinking about that. But she's giving that advice to Alexis. What is she not giving to Nathan?
The pooms.
The pooms.
But apparently 5 minutes fireworks. That's TMI. Don't tell your friends all of that information. I don't think you should have said that on the camera and telling your friends all that. Because you know what it's giving off, and I said that he was like a wannabe playboy type energy. It's giving off like bragging about the girls you get or what you do with them. It's not giving like, I feel like you don't brag about that with your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no bueno, Nathan. No bueno.
It just left a bad taste.
Let us know how you feel about Nathan and Stasha in the chat. Please give us some feedback on them. And also if you think they might be related on the low. Let's talk about Morgan and Ben, who I don't even remember seeing this episode.
The only thing I remember from them was they had their housewarming. I don't even remember what their thing was. Oh, it was tacos and tequila. I remember that. Didn't see a taco or tequila. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I don't know.
They didn't do the Jello shots. The Jello shots.
No. That was Mitch.
Yeah, I don't even remember seeing them.
So basically, they had this weird thing where her friend was there and his friends were there, and they said, yeah, so how's everything going? Like, they asked something like, what's happening? How are you guys feeling about the relationship? And she's like, well, during the honeymoon, like, I thought he was really cute. Like, I thought he was a nice guy. Like, he's still a nice guy, but yeah, you tell him. Ben looking like a kid caught with his, like he had his hand in the cookie jar, like he's scared to say anything. And they going back and forth talking about, well, no, you say it in your own words. No, where you say it in your own words. And the friends is like,
what's happening right now?
What? Y'all are adults. Somebody speak up.
Yo, what is this? I'm not feeling it.
So they basically split off. And like she stays with his friends and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically tell the story from their perspective. I feel like her friend was kind of more understanding and was like, there's always two sides to the story.
Yes,
so like, and the truth is somewhere in between.
Very true.
And she was just basically talking about how Morgan takes a while to like get over things, and like instead of apologizing because it's like beating a dead horse, it's just like be there for her. And I'm just like, that's exactly what he's been doing.
Be there.
I don't think that he's doing anything incorrectly. Like, he's following the book. He even dealing with her cat that's mean and he's allergic to.
But he does not trust if she's actually a nurse or not. And this is a very big problem for me.
You're a crazy person. So his friends was basically like, if he walking right here right now, we say, are you a nurse? Is she a nurse? Is he gonna say yes or no? And she was like, he's gonna say yes.
All right, so drop it then.
I wish they would have tested out just to see. I wish they would have tested out.
So stop talking about it.
Funny.
So it happened weeks ago, and y'all still on about it. Y'all still on that.
We're only on day 12.
You're still on that. It's weeks ago.
It happened a few days ago.
It was a weekend.
It's on the TV. It's been weeks.
She made it seem as if he mentioned it at the wedding and on the flight to the honeymoon.
She said they discussed it, And then he said, okay, cool. And then the next day he brought it up. But I feel like did she bring it up?
Ben.
He did bring it up.
Can we agree that he's over it, though?
I feel like he's definitely over it, but it's hard to be like to apologize for something and be over it when the other person keeps bringing it up. It's hard.
I would have to agree.
But I just think that's a woman thing, to be honest. And she's just not a woman that trusts very easily. She said that this is the first time in life. Don't do that. This is the first time in life that, like, normally if you break her trust, she just cuts you off. So she doesn't know how to forgive is what I'm getting from that. At all. So, you and your neck.
I didn't say nothing. Anywho, please let us know how you feel about Morgan and Ben in the chat. I'm glad that he dropped it. I would hope that she drops it and that they continue to smile.
She said she didn't know how to put that wall down, and Pastor Kyle told her last time, you control the wall.
Put that wall down, y'all. Let's talk about...
miss out. It's okay.
Let's talk about Lingel.
They can't be Lingel this week.
Why they not?
They
why?
beefing.
Are they beefing?
They had oh my God, their party. What was it?
They had a heated discussion in the bed.
No. What was their party theme?
Their party, I believe they were just weird. Oh no, they were
game show.
Yes, they were game show. Oh, I don't have all the.
So where's the lady?
I got their friend.
Yeah, I
definitely got the friend. Chatting
she looks
with
hella uncomfortable.
With Lindy.
Hella uncomfortable.
They actually ended up having a cool conversation and giving some information or some advice also. Shout out to, was it Steve and Sandy or something like that? I don't know what their names was.
They had it. I was grateful.
Steve and Sally. Grateful. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, definitely grateful. He was like a cowboy or something like that, Miguel. He
was a pimp. A broke down one, but a pimp nevertheless. And she was a pizza. Pizza.
I got nothing. I thought I had pictures of him too, but I must have put it all.
So anyway,
I got hella grape lady though.
Their party was cute. They played games and stuff. They seemed really into it. That's all I got from that. And then they had the biggest argument ever. And she was cussing at him in his face this close.
Was it the biggest argument ever, or was she just yelling at him in his face in bed?
She was this close.
She was pretty close.
She started... I feel like it was less yelling and more just like escalating and cussing. And he wasn't cursing at her, so I'm just like, what
he was chilling. She was way amped. She was like, yo, and I'm not going to put up with another... I'm like, girl, we're in bed.
Bring it down. Thank you. Why are you yelling you this close?
We're in bed.
And bad holding hands at that.
And he was holding her hand at one point, and she was still, and I'm like, you can't be that mad when I'm over here, like, trying to console you. Like, this is wild. Please
so basically, what was their beef about?
The beef was about, I don't even want to get into it, because, I don't like to put stuff out there without discussing it with you first. But me and Jazz had a really big argument about this shit, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Really big argument about the name change. That's what the argument was about, right?
No.
Oh, I thought that... I thought that's...
See?
I thought that's what it was about.
Attention.
It was about the name change, right?
No, it was not about the name change.
That's not what the argument was about?
It was about you not being open to have the conversation and compromise.
Not our argument, down. See, you don't even be listening.
So the argument was basically she was saying that she needs... So initially she was saying she needs to feel like the stability, like they need to discuss finances and maybe having a joint account and like basically having a marriage, how she envisions it is what I understood it to mean. But also when you like merge things together, it makes you feel like you're a unit and you're not just like they're married, but everything is separate still.
But we're not really married if you don't have my last name now.
So basically that's what he said. He's like, so we're pretending to be married because you're not Santiago, like you don't have my last name. But she was saying, well, why don't you, can you I guess she had previously asked him, can he put her on his insurance, like his health insurance?
She wants to be Santiago though.
Why she don't have no health insurance if she a doctor? Make it make sense.
I got another. Where's my? I was like, I know I got my Dr. Pepper.
I didn't understand. I'm like, I know plenty of doctors. I don't know any doctors that don't have health insurance.
Dr. Pepper, you got health insurance?
You're a doctor, so you care about health stuff, right? Right? You would think.
You would.
So basically, I said this before. I said Lindy is giving off fake bum, to be honest, because she brought up on the honeymoon. Yes, she brought up on the honeymoon that she would not be okay if he judged her for not working as much as she could because she likes to live her life. But then she started crying about having student loan debt. Shout out to Joe Biden. Okay? Kind of shout out to Joe.
We got to see the money first.
Yeah. Let me see the contract. Anyway, so she was saying, see, I lost my train of thought.
We're talking about Lindy.
She was saying she has thousands of dollars of student loan debt, but
which, if you're a doctor, is definitely possible.
She's not working like as much as she can to even try to pay it off. It seems like
she is getting married though. She just got married on a TV show, so she's probably got to maneuver things about her life.
Apparently, she work when she wants to. So what is there? Like, if I only worked when I wanted to, I would work 2 days a week. Like, seriously. That's what I picture when somebody says that. Yeah, sometimes I like to just go across the border to Tijuana and, just hang out and whatever I want to do.
All right, you going in on her. I want to talk about the last name thing. Is that the thing that is like the straw that breaks the camel's back?
Well, kind of, because he was saying, he basically was holding it over her head. Like, she's like, oh, well, put me on your insurance. Let's merge things. Da, 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 da. And he's like, well, why would I do that if you're not going to take my last name?
Who's wrong? Who's right? Is anybody wrong or right?
I think
they're both
wrong.
They're both petty.
I think he's being manipulative.
Yes.
Because for him to say, for him not to be able to think past the 8 weeks and to expect her to like go change her name right now, like in order, conditionally change her last name. So you need to change your last name in order to get on my insurance. In order for us to start merging things. It's like they want each other to prove something to each other in order to be loved. And that's not cool.
Conditional love.
It's not cool. And also, I think, like, what does it hurt for her to wait 6 more weeks? You're already 2 weeks into it. 6 more weeks to change your last name?
You're not going to change your name in this experiment? Like, I don't know if it's real.
I mean, was it open enrollment already? Like, what is it? That's what I need to know.
Well, also, we don't need... Like, if we're only going to be married for 8 weeks, like, possibly, like, I feel like I shouldn't be rushing to put you on my, did she have a surgery?
That's why I said she kind of a bum, though, for that.
Does she need her teeth cleaned or something? Like, what?
I think she a bum for that. That's why I said she was a bum.
She's like, yo, I need that joint account.
Because there's no way I need to cuss you out about putting me on your insurance to that degree, unless I'm a bum and I just really need to see a doctor, and I gotta get on your insurance right now. Again, it could have been open enrollment. I'm just saying.
Maybe. I'm still trying to figure out. I just want to know why you were so forceful about it, though. Like, you was really amped in the bed. Like, I was uncomfortable watching it. I'm like, yo, he's right there, though.
But this is the part that we were waiting to see. We were waiting to see because everybody kept saying, well, can you handle her when she gets riled up? Like, she needs, like, to be calm.
She was riled up.
I'm like, this is not even something to be cussing about.
She was riled.
So,
wow.
Lindy, don't be a bum, sis.
Don't be a bum. Sorry. One more time for Sally, the grave lady.
Shout out to you.
She's there taking notes.
That's commitment.
You know what I'm saying? Did her thing. Hey. Right, let's get into our favorite couple.
Not so much this week.
Just Alexis. They ain't got no name.
Just Lexus.
Just Lexus. I don't got no notes for them either. All I know is
they was beefing.
Somebody gonna pay, man. Somebody gonna pay.
That's not funny.
Somebody gonna pay.
Stop using that picture. It's not funny.
What's what?
Because I know you. You're trash.
What's the problem?
It's not funny.
It's okay though.
Don't use that picture.
If anything, we should be upset that Maya had to go to the to the pound and be
go talk. Go ahead. Tell them what happened.
So Justin and Alexis, I missed the first couple minutes of the episode, but I'm glad I got to rewatch it just now. They was going in for like 5 minutes. They weren't even on camera with us. You got to stop being vague. I have no idea what they were arguing about, but I recognize that it probably just has something to do with the fact that her dog got chewed out, literally.
What the issue is, she had left the house for 2 days after they got into it. It sounds like she left her dog there with him, and he was taking care of the dog, but he did not mention to her, like, he was still giving the dog the meds and everything that the vet had given him, but he didn't mention to her that the dog's appetite had severely decreased.
Right.
So she's like, I guess she was reading the medicine. It's like, everybody know, like, you're not supposed to take medicine on an empty stomach. So that could have been the reason why there was blood in the dog's stool or whatever they was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
A little bit.
Like, if you just take medicine on an empty stomach, it can affect, like, your liver, your certain organs. So then there will be blood in your stool or blood in your pee.
So dude was
so that's what is basically what it sounds like was happening to the dog. So she got tight at him because she's like, why didn't you tell me that he hadn't eaten in 2 days? And why are you still giving him medicine if that's the case? But the issue is, how you such a good dog mom and you ain't know he ain't ate in 2 days? Why you leave your dog that just got mauled by his dog at the house alone with him?
That's a question, though. I don't know if
questions that need answers.
If that was like, oh, I need y'all to, like, because they already had spent a week away from each other.
Everybody on Twitter was going in about that.
So, like, because real dog people know we're not real dog people.
No, we're not. But I know that you don't leave the dog when it's sick like that, especially if it's your dog, not his.
People freaking out. Oh my God, I can't wait to see him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that is a little bit sus that she was a little bit, not to say that she was careless, just that she wasn't as, as gung-ho as she was in person. Mm-hmm. Like, you think that she would be a little, any like movie, TV show. Oh, send me a picture to put him on the phone so I can see him. Like, come on. So
basically, they got into an argument about it. She said that his issue is he keeps being vague still, and he's selling her a dream because he said, "Baby, I'ma over communicate, cuz." Like, he said all that or whatever, and she's saying he's not doing that. So then she's accusing him of hiding other things. What are you not telling me? I'm convinced she's just trying to sabotage this. That's where I'm at with it. Like, yes, the dog is an issue, but I am convinced she's back to her old running ways because of leaving to go. Getting air for a few hours and coming back to discuss it with your husband is one thing, but leaving to go to your place for 2 days and leave your dog is another thing.
When you say she's back to her running ways, do you mean the ways that have led her away from being proposed to 3 times?
Yes.
That's rough.
She's been proposed to, but she runs from it.
It's rough.
I think that she's just not a person, like, she likes things her way, and she doesn't seem like she's willing to compromise. Even expecting Justin to give up his dog is like, that's an example of her saying, oh, this is how we're going to do this. Because even insinuating that or asking somebody to do that is a strong ask. And she was very serious about it.
It's a very strong ask.
So.
Anything else about Justin and Alexis? That's all I got for them. I was happy to not see them cry too much. It sucked to see them argue like that, though. Especially with the dogs. Like, one dog is gone, so.
Oh, yeah, we still got more.
Go ahead.
So their theme was like 90s, and they went to the candy shop or whatever and got candy, and they was being petty and they left. And they had an argument.
They forgot to tell their friends that they was doing the 90s party.
Yeah. So nobody showed up.
Everybody just showed up mad regular. Some dude clearly stopped either at a store
and bought a hat,
which is the same store that they went to and got a hat, or they stopped him before he came inside and was like, "Yo, take this hat from my outfit." So when they knock on the door, we're going to pretend like...
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, that hat looked like what they got on. It's so close. So...
Thought she was slick.
What I learned about Alexis is she has no couth.
Oh!
She threw her husband... First of all...
Oh!
She threw her husband under the bus in front of everybody that was present.
She did.
I thought that was inappropriate. I think that it would have been okay had they split up like the other couples that did. Like if she was talking to just his friends
and they were gonna split
advice,
up.
Yeah.
Producers was probably like, yo, we was gonna give you a chance to.
And you could tell he was caught off guard because she precursored it with like, oh yeah, I normally would talk to my husband first, but we wasn't even about to have this party because we've been beefing because he ain't shit. I'm like, goodness gracious, just throw your man under the bus in front of everybody. That's kind of wild.
She did that.
She should have spoke to his friends individually and got advice, which she did eventually. And that's when his friend was saying, as a man, we don't think about all of this stuff in detail.
I appreciate this input from his friend.
And I think that they were married. The two friends are married.
I hope so.
They both had wedding rings on. And she was looking at him when he said something like, So it was giving, that's my wife.
It was giving, that's my wife.
My wife. I smell her. Okay.
All right. Anything else about Alexis, Justin?
Y'all, they not doing good this week. I'm very upset.
They gonna fight.
They gonna fight.
I think they're working through things.
I think he's willing to work through whatever. And I'm just not getting that from her. I feel like other people are like, yo, but you need to work on this. And that's what's convincing her to work on it. I don't feel like she genuinely is like, you know what? I want to work on this. Because the friend even said, well, do you love him? And she's like, yeah, I love him, but I'm not in love with him. And then you see the preview for next week. How do you feel about falling out of love? And I'm like, come on. Like, why you tell this man you love him to be talking about falling out of love in 2 weeks?
That's kind of wild. I didn't like that conversation where it was leading either. Yeah, let us know how you feel about Justin and Alexis in the chat. If you think they're going to stay strong or if the dogs are going to continue to... We'll figure it out. We got some ratings coming up soon. But let's finish it off with a party, y'all. Let's take it to the... Do Kristen and Mitch have a name? Critch?
Miston?
Kristen and Mitch.
All right, so their party was the littest one. I ain't even going front.
Literally.
They actually danced. And Mitch and his wig.
Literally. I wasn't necessarily feeling these wigs and costumes, and I don't know what this awkward moment they were having right here was, but it was just
like the guy from Futurama.
They just look weird. But I'm glad they had a good time. I'm glad they like each other. Stuff
and
is
they getting it in, apparently.
Stuff is flowing.
But also, like, I don't know if it's just the editing, but it seems like what is it? Saving the planet? What is it called? Recycle life? I don't know what it's called.
Green
his
life?
eco-friendly life.
Yeah, eco-friendly, sustainable.
It's low-key driving her nuts, though. I could tell.
It's hard.
Of course it's hard.
It's a hard life.
Did you see that crusty bag he gave her for trail mix instead of using a Ziploc bag or something?
No, I missed that.
The crustiest bag. She was like, I don't even know what to do with this.
It looked like a number of people had eaten trail mix out of it already.
Okay, so have you seen? Yes, it did. It looked like it's lived through some hikes. Okay?
This is my hiking bag. This is paper.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. It looked crusty as hell.
I'll be sweating. Like, what?
It looked like a, you know when they do those like potato sack races? It looked like a small potato sack, like a hand.
Yo, you gotta make do, man. You gotta make do. I hope his outfit was sustainable as well.
I'm sure it was. He rented stuff. Everything was rented. Oh my God, it cracked me up when he was like, yeah, we got the Jell-O shots. These are reusable. Because, Jell-O shots.
Oh, that's... So, in my head, I was like, why didn't they just get the little plastic joints that you could just throw away after?
He don't do plastic. But
sustainability,
also,
people.
Jell-O shots are easiest to take out of the plastic because you go like this and then you can squeeze it out.
You can still do that in the metal.
No, you can't squeeze it.
In the metal cups, not shot glasses.
You can't squeeze it. That looked like when you go to like Applebee's or some shit and they give you the
that was like a little cup of ranch.
Yeah.
I was like, that was a little
Can I get another ranch? Yeah.
Yo, he def stole those from Applebee's. Yeah. He def took those. I was like, I wonder where he got all these little large...
He knew a place.
Large metal shot glasses at.
He knew a place to get party supplies that he said you rent it and you return it.
Def stole those. Is there anything... I'm just glad that they seem to be vibing. It's a nice little switch compared to other couples.
Yeah. I think that is interesting that they're doing so well because I did not expect that, especially with his house being filthy.
There's bugs
in the places you're supposed to clean. There's bugs in the places where you're supposed to clean. That's what she said on After Party.
I don't want to spoil, but they can't be married if she flaming like that stuff. I mean, hey, who knows? I mean, how can you resist the vest? Come on.
That's the nastiest house we've ever seen on Married at First Sight.
It's a pretty nasty house. I mean, he wasn't unmatchable. You know. Let us know if there's anything else about Kristen and Mitch. Jasmine?
Nope. Let's go.
Let's get into these ratings, y'all, because I've been wanting to do this for a little while. Let's talk about them. Folks, we always do our ratings, rating the couples 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10?
1 to 10.
1 to 10. Nobody gets a 10 in Jasmine's book specifically until both say yes on decision day. Please let us know in the comments what you would rate these couples on their compatibility, their love, their level of communication, communicativeness. Was that a word?
I don't think so.
Never mind.
It might be.
Anywho, starting with Kristen and Mitch. Let's start with Kristen and Mitch. We gave them, you gave them a 5. I gave them a 7 last week. I think they've been doing pretty well.
I give them a 7.5.
7.5 sounds like a good number.
I just don't think I like them as a couple is why I can't rate them.
All right, so they do seem a little bit like weirdly matched, but I feel like they're both, I think one of Mitch's friends.
I feel like Mitch is coming back because he was on my shit list before.
I think one of Mitch's friends said something along the lines of, I think you're just
the first long-term relationship in a long time.
But I think you're just like to Kristen, like, hey, I think you're just doing a good job of like continuing, like floating through it.
Yeah,
like,
I could see that.
It's working.
I could see him doing a blind side and be like, "Yeah, I want a divorce."
Not a blind side. I don't know.
Cause it be blindsided.
Jazz gives him a 7.5. I will agree with you for this week. I feel like that might be a little bit generous. I might say 7. But they're doing.
You said
okay.
a 7 last week.
I know, but they're doing.
Okay.
They're doing okay.
Cool.
They're doing okay.
What's
But
next?
yeah, maybe 7.5 is a decent number. Lindy and Miguel, who've received a 6.5 from us. I think you gave them a 6 last week. They're also. I wish I could say they were doing good, but the barking, I'm absolutely not here for.
And the way he said, "I don't like this side of you," straight up.
Don't do it.
But remember, he's been waiting to see something he didn't like. So
even though he's already seen. What did he call it? Somebody, please let me know. Did he say the deepy darkies or something like that?
The deep darkies.
The deep darkies, sir.
You should not be that old saying that.
Sir, I say a lot of goofy stuff, man.
You do.
I'm a very childish, immature person. Like, for some reason, no offense to anybody that plays Dungeons and Dragons, but
you lame. I said it.
6.5. Fair?
I'm sorry, I'm going back to 50-50.
I'll give you that.
It's a 5 for me. Jazz
says a 5. I'll give you a 5.5 because we are continuing to work on things. I do think it was nice for them to have that conversation with their friends, even though there were grapes involved.
I just thought about something.
What up?
What about if we add up all of the scores we gave every week,
mm-hmm.
and then like divide it by the episodes so we can get an average, and then if they have a 7 or above, then they stay married, and if they have underneath, they don't stay married.
We've actually been doing that the last couple seasons, but we just haven't been announcing it. So
I'm curious how accurate it.
We got to start adding these up a little bit. Appreciate that, Jazz. Look,
yeah.
So stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? 5.5 I'll give to them. Yeah, don't yell at me in the bed, bro. That's supposed to be a place of peace. Stasha and Nate received a 6 from us last week.
I don't like him.
Okay, no. You've stated your reasons as to why you don't like Nate a few times, so I get it.
I don't like when people talk about their wives like a piece of meat, and I don't think that he's mature or as open as he needs to be. So they still gonna stay at a 6 for me. The 6 is because of her.
I'm okay with leaving them at a 6. Let us know how you feel about Stasha and Nate. I'm a little bit up in the air with them too, just because she seems very happy when she's talking to other people about it. He seems cool with it, but he just seems cool with most things anyway.
I think he's just there for the
cameras. But it's possible. Together, I don't see much from them, which is interesting.
I can see it.
Their family and friends love each other. Apparently, their friends and family love him. But yeah, he's got to do some work. So I'm not mad at leaving him at a 6.5 for that as well. Justin and Alexis got a 7 from us last week, which was their lowest score to date.
They getting a 5.
Damn.
5.
Really? For the dogs?
The dogs have destroyed their relationship.
Bad dog.
Stop. The dogs and her running away and him not being emotionally mature.
That sounds
it's worth. It's a lot.
That sounds worth at least a 5.5, like you said. Don't leave. I don't know if Pascal has said it this season yet, but punk. That's not what you do.
They also have 2 bedrooms in these places, so it don't make sense.
Yo, I never get that. Just if you got to go somewhere like, oh, I need to be around all my stuff or my friends, or I want to go vent, or I want to go talk shit about you to my friend. I don't know. But use the other room. I wish we had another room.
Same, sis.
Don't call me sis. Ben and Morgan, we gave them a 7 last week.
They getting a 5.5 too.
Why?
She's trash. I told you before at the honeymoon, I was like, she sound like she just wants to be single. She might as well just date somebody on the weekends. Everything was about, oh yeah, I don't feel like doing nothing. I don't feel like doing this. Everything was about what she feels like.
I wanted to wrap this up, but I do want to know why you think she wants to be single.
I'm not saying she wants to be single. I think that everybody wants to be married or wants to be in a relationship, but she's not willing to act. She's not, what she wants personally is more important than what they need as a couple to succeed.
Okay.
She wants to come home and do what she wants to do. Everything is about what she feels comfortable with. She can't get over nothing, even though her husband, literally, you could tell he's sorry. Her husband fine. What are you doing, sis? You was talking about jumping people bones, but now you just zeroed in on some BS.
Look at you.
Missing out.
Would you agree with that 5.5, or you want to?
Yes, 5.5. I said what I said.
I'm not arguing with none of your scores this week. Just because it's a weird week.
This wasn't a good week.
Yeah. I hope that things get better. That's all I gotta say. Who's getting it in the next episode?
Who's getting what?
Somebody was getting chewed out in the preview.
Lindy?
Was it Lindy?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. But always enjoy the after party.
Yes.
Yeah, good stuff.
It's so much better than the old one.
No comment on that one. No comment on that one. But yes, please, if you watch this whole thing, thank you. First off, appreciate you. But please make sure that you
like, comment, and subscribe.
Of course, because that's the only way that we're going to continue to get some subscribers and some likes. And also, if you've been watching Married at First Sight, any other shows, please feel free to drop those in the comments too, because we enjoy watching YouTube videos, especially people that subscribe to us and cover shows that we like as well. So I think that brings us to the end of a brand new episode of the Jazz.
I can't.
That was my last ball of energy.
That was your
That was my last ball of energy.
It was giving evil villain.
I'm going to yawn directly after this. Of the JasVynce Show. Peace, y'all. Peace out.
Jasmyne and Vince.
The JasVynce Show.